So we decided to investigate the relationship between heart rate and exercise just to see what the correlation between those two factors are.
So some information that we knew before was that the general resting heart rate is lower in those who exercise because the heart becomes stronger with daily exercise as they lose the muscle. This is because the heart has the ability to pump more blood efficiently and effectively with each beat with less strain.
So after all that research, we predicted and came up with a hypothesis. Our hypothesis was people who exercise regularly will have a smaller fluctuation in heart rate after walking than people who do not exercise regularly. We defined exercise regularly as 3 hours or more per week. After we did that, we collected some data. So each student in the class was surveyed through various aspects of their life to see what their heart rate would be. And then we put all of that into Excel and tried to make sense of it. To analyze, we made charts. For the relationship, we found the opposite results than our hypothesis. We found regular exercisers had a bigger fluctuation in heart rate than non-exercisers.
Though our data was not in agreement with our hypothesis, this does not completely rule out our hypothesis. The inconsistency in the data could have been due to the fact that the general term of exercise is not clearly defined, so different people could have had a different idea of what exercise actually was. Also, it could have been due to other factors that affected heart rate, such as diseases.
Okay. In a study conducted by Helen Carroll in 2013, the relationship between smoking and its impact on heart rate before, during, and after exercise was done. Although non-smokers were not able to reach their maximum heart rate, the time it took for them to return to their resting heart rate was greater than in non-smokers. Our hypothesis stated that people who smoke will have a larger fluctuation in heart rate after biking than non-smokers.
After collecting all of our data, we were able to put together a chart that shows the change in heart rate after biking for 3 minutes, comparing those who smoke and those who do not smoke. Our chart shows that smokers had an average change of about 91 beats per minute after biking for 3 minutes, and those who did not smoke averaged about 26 beats per minute. So there is a much smaller rate of change between the two. Alright, so based off of our data, we are able to conclude that those who do smoke are going to have a larger fluctuation in heart rate after biking for 3 minutes than those who do not smoke. One thing we have to take into consideration, however, is we aren't sure whether or not the heart rates increased or decreased. We just have the overall change.